Hello and welcome to MSI. So in this tutorial, pag-uusapan naman natin yung ating analysis tab under the parameters. Okay? So we have already opened our parameters and we will click on the MSI analysis. So sa MSI analysis, makikita nyo dito, we have the time frame kung ano yung ginagamit natin. We have the date, the open, high, low, close, and the change percentage of the price. We have the 52 weeks high, 52 weeks low, and 52 weeks equilibrium. The all-time high. Yung all-time high is the highest price na inabot niya simula nung nag-IPO siya or nag-start siya sa stock market. The week-to-date percentage is the gain-loss percentage for the week. Then we have the month-to-date percentage and year-to-date percentage. Next line, we have the amount, which is the closing price multiplied by the volume. And we have the volume for today. And then we have an analysis here comparing the 50-day moving average volume. Then we have the sell volume and buy volume. So basically sinasabi nito kung ano ba yung mas malakas for the day. Was it the buying side or the selling side? So in this analysis, makikita nyo that the buyers are in control. Then we have the foreign volume. Then we have the VWAP. So yung VWAP is kung saang presyo nagkaroon ng buying ng marami. Okay? So ito yung ideal price ng mga brokers kung saan papasok. Kasi naandun yung mga tao. At the same time, you can also consider this as similar to your 52 equilibrium line na any price above the VWAP can be considered as an uptrend with a momentum, and any price below the VWAP can be considered as a price action with low momentum. Okay? Or wala masyadong interest yung mga tao. Then we have the pivot points and resistance 2, resistance 1, support 1, and support 2. So dito sa levels na to is ideal or suggested na mamili kayo kasi naandyan babagsak yung mga support levels and yung resistance levels. Okay, so simply buy on support and sell on the resistances. Next one, we have the Fibonacci levels. So MSI gives you also auto analysis of or auto plotting of the Fibonacci levels. So currently the price is at 7064. So 7064 is between 38.2 Fibonacci and 23.6 Fibonacci. So by just knowing the Fibonacci levels, let's say bumili kayo sa 7064 level, you can set your target kung saan kayo pwedeng magbenta on the next Fibonacci level, which is 7,207. Okay? So as long as the Fibonacci levels are being breached, that will be a sign of a stock having strength. Lumalakas yung price action. Okay? So vice versa, pagka naman nahuhulog siya sa mga Fibonacci levels, ibig sabihin, nagwi-weaken yung price action. Then we have the trade analysis here, this single liner here, will give you the analysis to go long or to go short. So ngayon, ang entry price is at 6790. So you can see that by switching on the MSI signal. Let's zoom out a bit. Okay, so ito yung buy signal niya at 6790 and stop loss is set at 7081. So na-hit na yung ating cut loss level, no? 7081. Okay, and we have also the risk reward ratio analysis at 1.72. So, ibig sabihin, kung sinunod nyo lang yung price action na yon, buy at 6790 and sell at 7081, meron tayong around 4% profit. Okay? So, you can also see that here, the profit is 4%. Let me just show you how it will look like pagka naman kakalabas lang ng sell signal. So this is how it shows pagka meron ng sell signal. Sabihin niya, go short, exit price at 7881. This is 7881.82. And yung profit price mo is 5.39%. That is coming from the buy signal to the sell signal area. Okay? And he said, take profit. Tapos, the next succeeding days, ang sasabihin niya na is trade short, previous exit signal, ito, 7881, and previous profit price was 5.39, wait for buying signal. So, not unless magbigay siya ng buy signal, huwag kayong bibili. Okay? So that's how you can use this indicator here. Next one, we have the gain and loss bars and candles counter. Okay? So how do we use that? So ang use nito is to measure a length and percent or gain loss percentage from a certain point going to a certain candle. So let's say for instance, gagamitin natin itong candle na to. Okay, so this candle going to this candle right here. Okay? So ang gagawin natin, we just have to double click on the first candle and then go to the last candle, double click ulit. You will know na tama yung ginawa nyo kasi magkakaroon ng green line dito and magkakaroon ng red line sa kabila. Okay? So meaning to say, analyzing this green line here to this red line here, sinasabi niya is meron tong 87 bars sa loob and it took 123 days, that's including your weekends, and total of around 4 months, and yung gain loss percentage niya, nag-gain siya ng 1.11%. Okay? So para naman ma-off mo siya, kailangan mo lang mag-double click outside. Okay? So ngayon, nawala siyang naka-plot na lines for the gain-loss calculator. Ang ibig sabihin niyan is the total days traded of the PSE is 8,333 bars, and the total days is around 12,000. Took 400 months, and the gain loss percentage from the start na nag-open ang PSE or from the data that we have here is around almost 7,000% gain already. Okay, if you want to backtest that, pwede kayong mag-zoom out. Okay, zoom out yun ng ganyan. Okay, so what we have here is a data from 1986. So from 1986, let's plot a line to the present price action, and we'll see that it's around 9,000. Okay, so it's not accurate kasi we have just plotted the line, but based on the calculations na ginawa ng system, it's around 6,000. Okay, so let's move on to another indicator. We have the Kanashii. So the Kanashii is basically a trend indicator. Mas maganda siyang gamitin kasi mas bawas whipsaw. Okay, so there is actually a difference between the candlesticks and the Kanashii plotting. Okay, so you can use the Kanashii by switching off your candlestick plot and switch on your Kanashii. Okay, so mapapansin nyo, iba yung plotting style ni Kanashii. Okay, so I will not go deep into how you use the Kanashii, pero just to give you an idea how to use it is magkakaroon ng change ng trend pagka nagkakaroon ng doji-like candles. Same like this. And an uptrend will be indicated by a green candle with an upper wick, and a downtrend will be indicated by red candles naman with a wick below. Okay? So mapapansin nyo merong ibang mga green candles. These are indications na nagkakaroon pa ng laban sa price action na pwede pang makabawi. But yung nanalo pa rin is the sellers on this day. Okay? So that's how basically, this is how you use your Kanashii. Okay, so sa MSI natin, meron na tayong auto-analysis ng ating Kanashii dito sa part na to. Okay, so as you can see, it's still a downtrend kasi yung wick niya nasa baba pa. Dito naman sa area to, it's an uptrend. Kita nyo, green candle, wick is nasa taas. Okay, so switch off Kanashii and switch on our normal candles. Okay. Okay, so the next one is the Parabolic Sar. Yung Parabolic Sar indicates also trend reversals. So you can plot the Parabolic Sar by going to Parameters and switching on PSAR. So you can see here na nagkaroon tayo ng mga dots above and below the candlesticks. Okay? So how you interpret this is as long as the PSAR or this Parabolic Sar are plotted below the candles, it is considered as an uptrend. And pagka naman nasa taas na siya, it's considered as a downtrend. So you might want to consider also the distance between the Parabolic Sar and the distance between the candlesticks. Ibig sabihin, pagka lumalapit siya ng lumalapit, mas mabilis na or malapit na yung trend reversal. And pag nag-touch na siya sa candle, magre-reverse na siya. Okay? Next one, we have the Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands is a three-line setup. Okay, so we have the upper band. This is the upper band. This is the lower band. And this is your mid band or your MA 20. Okay? So how you read these lines, kailangan sabay-sabay nyo siya binabasa. Hindi siya pwedeng basahin na upper band lang or lower band lang. So MSI gives you the analysis of the current band trend, which is currently bearish kasi nasa ilalim siya ng mid-band line. Okay, so this is our mid-band. Malapit na siyang umabot doon. Okay, and price action is below, as I said, below the mid-band line. As says here, below mid-band, and it is bearish. And the BB trend is a constriction. So yung constriction naman, it happens when the upper band and the lower band are closing into each other. Okay, so nagkakaroon ng squeeze. So we will have more discussion on the Bollinger Band sa ating ibang tutorials. So just check on that. Okay, so that's how you use your Bollinger Bands. Then we have the ADX. So ADX is also a trend indicator na ginagamit ng karamihan. So it's a crossover pa rin, as simple as a crossover of this DMI red line and green line. So pagka yung DMI line mo nasa taas, sample here, okay, pag nasa taas siya, ang ibig sabihin niyan, the trend is bullish. So uptrend. Tapos kailangan mo rin basahin yung blue line mo, this line. Kailangan mo siyang basahin. This will give you an idea kung malakas ba yung trend or weak yung trend. As a rule of thumb na ginagamit ng iba, dapat yung ADX line mo, which is the blue line, should be above 30 para masabi mong malakas yung uptrend, or pagka downtrend naman siya, pagka above 30 yung ADX mo, ibig sabihin malakas din yung downtrend niya. So mas malakas yung pagbulusok ng price. Okay, so that's your ADX. Then we have the MSI Bagger. So yung MSI Bagger is an indicator with a crossover system of um, a fast MA and an EMA. Okay, so technically, we will be buying into this pagka yung kanyang line is pointing upwards. Okay, tapos yung green line nasa taas ng blue line. Very similar to this point here. Okay? And then we will sell pagka nag-cross na yung candles sa isa sa mga lines, either green or blue line. So that could be a signal na nagwi-weaken na yung trend. So if you follow this system, bumili kayo dito sa crossover na to, and you would have sold here sa area to. Okay, so you will have around 3% profit. So that is your MSI Bagger. Okay, then we have the Ichimoku. So Ichimoku is a one glance indicator. So we'll have that here, Ichimoku. Okay, so ngayon, pinaghiwa-hiwalay na natin yung ating Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Chikou-span, Senko-A, Senko-B, and yung ating Kumho Cloud. Okay, so sabi nga nila, this is a one glance indicator. Ba't siya naging one glance indicator? Kasi each and every line na nakikita nyo dito, pag in-extend nyo yan, that would serve as your support and resistance. So pagka na-break yung mga yan, big sabihin, magwi-weaken yung price action. So these are the lines na kina-consider natin na ating support and resistance as of the moment by looking at this chart. Okay, so yung Ichimoku meron din siyang crossover system with a bullish and bearish signal. So it depends kung ang cross nangyari above the cloud or below the cloud. So there is a significance if it's a strong bullish crossover or a weak bullish crossover depending kung saan nangyari yung crossover. Okay? So we will be discussing more on the Ichimoku in a separate tutorial also. So basically, kung ano yung ginagawa natin ngayon is we're just doing a rundown ng mga indicators na available sa ating MSI parameters. Okay? Just to let you know and be familiarized kung ano yung mga pwede nating magamit. Okay, so next up, we have the AOTS, wherein na-discuss na natin yung AOTS natin, no? Pwede nating i-plot yan with the text or with just the lines. Okay? So mababasa nyo yun dito. Currently, it's on a bearish trend. Okay, makita niyo naman, bearish yung position niya. Kaka-cross niya lang ng AOTS, ng inverted AOTS. Okay? So, before pa mag-cross yung ating AOTS, pansin nyo, at this area, magkakaroon siya ng buy alert na magkakaroon na ng AOTS. Pero again, you have to double check on the indicators kung possible ba na mag-sustain to. Okay, so there are still a lot of considerations to be made. We cannot depend on one indicator alone. Okay? So makikita nyo, after niya mag-cross, sasabihin niya na bullish crossover, bullish na yung crossover, and 0 days ago. So meaning, on this day pa lang nag-cross yung AOTS. Kaya lang hindi siya na-sustain on the next day. And at this price action here, nagkaroon ng breakdown ng AOTS natin. So, technically, mas magandang abangan yung AOTS pagka yung price action niya is nasa ibabaw na ng MA100. Okay, para mga gantong area. Sana kung nag-continue to uptrend, magkakaroon siya ng AOTS. Kasi yung AOTS is a confirmation ng healthy uptrend. So, na-discuss natin during the previous tutorials natin na MA100 is considered as a line to tell you kung uptrend ba yung stock or downtrend yung stock. So pag nag-break out sa MA100 yung stock, so ibig sabihin uptrend na yung stock, and following an AOTS alignment, which is the MA20, 50, and 100, will give you an added conviction na yung stock is having a healthy uptrend. Okay, so next one we have the EMA 13 and MA20 crossover. This is swag signal. Okay, so let's just switch on the swag signal here. Okay, so this is a crossover system also of one EMA and an MA. So buy when the green line is above the blue line and sell when the green line is below the blue line. It also goes with several indicators like the Parabolic Sar and MFI also, the money flow index. Okay. So next indicator is the MACD. Swag and switch on the MACD. Okay, so this is your MACD here. Makikita nyo, it's also a crossover system. So every time the blue line crosses above the red line, magkakaroon siya ng uptrend and downtrend naman when the red line is above the blue line. Okay, so there is a significance also pagka ang crossover nangyari sa taas ng histogram level na to. Okay, so basically, ito yung, they call this the zero line. This red line here, this thick line. Okay, we call this the zero line. So parang Ichimoku na pagka nasa taas siya, mas stronger yung uptrend. Pag nasa ilalim naman, mas stronger yung downtrend. At the same time, meron tayong MACD signal for the crossovers. So it's indicated by the blue arrow up pag nag-crossover yung MACD. Tapos, pag nag-crossover naman yung red line, magkakaroon ng arrow down na red. Okay, so next one, we have the force index. So yung force index, it is used naman sa Forex, no? So, bali may nag-request nito to include it in our analysis. So the force index indicates also buy and sell signals with the green arrow inside the candles. Okay? And it is also supported by the yellow arrows. So sell down would mean the pink arrows. So I'm not really using this force index, but they said na profitable siya sa ibang market, for instance, the Forex market. Then we have the stochastics. Stochastics. Okay, so yung stochastics is also a crossover system. Meron din siyang overbought and oversold levels. Okay, so let's just put the stochastics here para mas malinaw yung ating discussion. So you can also do this. You can add indicators below your MSI chart. You can go to your charts and look for the indicator na kailangan natin. This time, we need the stochastics, stochastics K and stochastic D. Okay, then we have to change the parameters because we are using a 14 days parameter. Okay. Okay, so makikita nyo dito sa ating stochastics, there is this, let's change the colors. No? So we have a red and green line. And then we have also our oversold levels. This is our oversold levels, 20, and our overbought levels at 80, A0. And we have the median or the midline also at 50. Okay, so stochastic also gives you buy and sell signals with the crossover signals na binibigay niya. So every time the blue line is above the red line, so that's your buy signal. As you can see here, kung sinundan niyo yung stochastics to buy and sell, sabi niya dito sa area to, go and buy, I have a crossover, and then this area naman, go sell, I have a sell signal. So nakita nyo, the buying signal comes in the area of the oversold and the selling area comes naman sa overbought area. Okay, so buy near the oversold area, sell near the overbought area. Okay, so stochastics, then we move to the RSI. So RSI naman, here's your RSI level. So again, we're using 14 for our RSI. So yung RSI din, meron din siyang overbought and oversold levels. That's your 30 is your oversold levels, and 70 is your overbought levels. So any price above 70 is considered oversold, overbought. Okay, again, any price above RSI 70 is overbought. Any price below RSI 30 is oversold. And meron din siyang median na RSI 50. Okay? So you will see here sa analysis natin, whenever the price action is between 30 and 70, sasabihin niya na it's within the range. Tapos pag nahulog naman siya sa 30, sasabihin niya it's oversold. And I believe at this part, it's already overbought. Okay? Next one, we have the MFI, or yung Money Flow Index. So yung Money Flow Index is just reading it by looking at the tick nung ating indicator here. Is it going up or going down? Okay, so a downward movement is an indication na yung money is palabas, and an uptrend movement means na yung pera papasok. Okay, so that's your money flow index. And then we have the CCI. Okay, so sa CCI naman, CCI. Okay, sa CCI, meron din siyang bullish and bearish level, no? So yung CCI meron siyang zero level kung saan yan yung nagiging median niya. So any price action below the zero level would mean it's bearish, and price action above the zero level will be bullish. And mas malakas yung conviction syempre pag yung price action is above 100 na or more, above 200. So overbought levels will be above 100 and 200. Oversold levels naman will be negative 100 and negative 200. So CCI and the rest of the indicators are actually also in MSI. You can, like for instance, say RSI, you can switch that on here and it will plot sa chart mismo. Okay, so pinapakita ko lang sa inyo dito sa baba para mas clear yung explanation. Okay, then we have the accumulation and distribution. So very simple, pagka-accumulation yung stock, ang sasabihin niya, accumulation. Pagka distribution naman or selling yung price or yung selling yung price action, sasabihin niya distribution na. Okay? Then we have our moving averages. The moving averages, we can switch it on by going to the tab called moving average. We have the MA20, MA50, and MA100. Okay, so a price action above this MA will turn the color into green. For example, dito sa area to, you see that the red line is the MA20. Makikita nyo na green yung kulay niya kasi yung price action is above the MA20. So this is the current price kung nasaan yung MA20, and this is the percentage, this is the distance ng current price in respect to the MA line. Okay, so you will have an idea na dito sa price action na to, the distance is 0.24 to the MA20, which is 7081. Okay? Then we have also the bullish scoring. Okay, so mas maganda kung mas mataas yung score. However, if the score is very near to 60, then ibig sabihin overbought na yung stock. A stock below 30 naman would mean na oversold na yung stock. Okay, so it would be good to have it near between above 30 to 40 level. So naandyan yung, kumbaga para siyang timbangan na kailangan balance lang yung bullish core saka yung bearish core. Kasi pagka masyadong mataas, that means na overbought na yung mga signals and it's near to its reversals. Okay? Then we have our chart patterns. So yung chart patterns naman natin, switch off the moving averages. So chart patterns naman gives you an auto analysis of the current pattern na fino-form ng chart or ng price action. Okay, so you can switch that on under basic indicators chart pattern. Okay, so as you can see here, the chart is forming a broadening wedge. Okay, so yan yung price action niya ngayon. So by reading this chart pattern, we can say na kailangan niyang mag-breakout dito sa price action na to. Okay, kailangan niya mag-breakout dito sa price action na to para magkaroon tayo ng solid uptrend. Kasi naandyan yung resistance niya for now. And then we have also the harmonics pattern. Okay, so yung binibigay ng Fibonacci na harmonics pattern is already a completed pattern. Okay, so it still adds a conviction sa trades nyo knowing na there is a bullish bat formation or there is a bearish bat formation. Okay, so that's your harmonics. Then you can also change the parameters ng harmonics nyo dito sa area to. Okay? So there are differences sa measurements niya. You can change it here. And then we have the candlesticks pattern analysis naman. We have the bullish and bearish candles analysis here. So let's find an analysis ng candles, okay? So there you see, sabi niya, it's a bearish candle, harami bearish, and it is a reversal pattern. And it is not as significant reversal pattern as hanging man or engulfing. And is the Litwick, there's a Litwick reliability of low. So ibig sabihin, hindi niyo na kailangang i-memorize yung mga candlesticks pattern, no? So binibigyan na kayo ng idea ni MSI ng mga candlesticks patterns. Okay, so makikita niyo yan dito sa area to. Okay, so last thing that we have for the MSI Analysis tab are the divergence indicators. Okay, so we have here a tab called Divergence. Here is the divergence. So we have RSI, Stochastic, MACD, histogram, and CCI divergence. Okay, so how we use that is we have to connect the same numbers. So for example, ginamit natin yung RSI divergence lang, no? So for RSI divergence, let's say in this area, mag-open tayo ng RSI natin para mag-double check natin siya. Then parameters will be 14. So as you can see here, magko-connect ako ng dalawang lines. And at the same time, para makita natin yung eksaktong levels niya dito sa baba, gumamit tayo ng crosshair. Okay, so it's got to be here and nag-end siya dito sa part na to. Okay, so as you can see, nagkaroon ng divergence, no? This part here is pointing downwards, and this part here is pointing upwards naman. Okay, so that's one sample of plotting your divergence. So we have also a separate tutorial with the divergence na pwede nyong mapag-aralan. Okay, so that's the analysis na pwede nyo makita sa loob ng ating MSI Analysis tab. So let me just fix this. Okay, so let's move on to the next indicator. We'll switch off the AOTS and the 52 weeks. Okay, so the next indicator tab that we have is the MSI Extensions. So MSI Extensions just give you the long trend price term, and we have the intensity of the price action and intensity of the MVWAP. We have also volume buzz, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. We have the MVWAP for 5 days, 20 days, 50 days, 100, 200, and 250. We have also crossovers here of MVWAP and moving average crossovers. And at the same time, we have the net foreign buyers and sellers with the time frame weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, and so on. Okay. Next tab that we have here is the MSI X tab. So sa MSI X tab, we still have the original indicators here that you can find in the analysis. And at the same time, we have added several indicators or trading systems in this analysis tab. So we have the first one is the triple X, we have the bit system, we have the trend following MA, and we have the IVG top 1 indicator, IVG top 3 indicator, and the DARVAS. Okay, so dito sa systems na to, pwede kayong makapag-create ng inyong trading plans by just reading the analysis here. So for example, sa triple X, where's the price expected to accelerate? It will be 7,103. So let's plot that. 7103. Okay, so this is where the price will accelerate. So this one is actually based on DARVA system also. You can switch on the DARVA system by right-click on the parameters and going to DARVAS. Click on. Okay, so as you can see here, 7103 is actually the DB50. Okay, so pag na-break out na siya sa DB50, we might be seeing the backstop, which is the 7265, which is our target price 2, and our target price 1 is the DB50. So this is how you use the triple X. So yung ating bit system naman, this is suggested by Sir Dennis. Basically, yung theory dito is kailangan mag-break out yung price sa volume average niya. Kailangan magkaroon ng spike sa volume average niya. Tapos, kailangan yung price is above the VWAP already. Parang yun yung momentum line niya. Tapos RSI should be having a good momentum and MACD should be crossed already. So added conviction also will be the crossover of the EMA 8 and EMA 60 and VWAP and EMA 60. So when all of these are green, then it would be a good entry. Okay? So as you can see, kung dito kayo pumasok sa area to, although hindi pa lahat ng indicators green, but it's going there, nagkaroon sana kayo ng rally until this point. Okay, so we'll discuss more on that on separate indicators, separate tutorials. Kasi these are lengthy discussions. No? Next one, we have the trend following. It's very simple. Bibili lang kayo pagka nag-break out yung prices above MA 20, 50, or 100. So let's check that here. For example, dito sa area to, nag-breakout siya sa MA50, so the system will suggest a buy signal. Breakdown dito would mean system suggesting to sell. Okay, that's for your MA20, MA50. Okay, so for MA20 naman, let's say here, suggestion of buy signal, and the system would have suggested to sell also at this level kasi na-break na yung MA20. Is there a possible profitable area there? Yes, there is. Okay? So, yan yung possible na profit, around 5%. It's just as simple as following the trend. So, next one is we have the IVG Top 1. So, yung IVG Top 1, meron siyang sarili niyang sinusunod na MA trend which confirms also the healthy uptrend of the stock. So yung minimum requirement niya is dapat naka-align yung MA10, MA20, and MA50. Tapos yung ADX niya should be above 30 and it should be on a strong bullish uptrend. So for example, let's find some area kung nasaan nagkaroon ng MA uptrend. So here, as you can see, the momentum of ADX is already bullish uptrend, pero weak pa siya kasi below 30. And kailangan din malapit at least 20% near sa 52 weeks high. Okay, so this area nagkaroon na ng bullish uptrend. Okay, so possible na dito siya pumasok and possible na nag-sell lang siya kaagad dahil nag-weaken na yung momentum. Okay, so dito sa area to, no? So possible whip, possible na loss siya dito sa area to. So that's one consideration that you can use IVG top 1, and then we have the IVG top 3. So yung sa IVG top 3 naman, ang minimum requirement niya is dapat yung stock is above the 6 months resistance. 6 months resistance would mean very close to your 52 equilibrium. Okay, so dapat nasa taas ng 52 equilibrium yung price. Tapos, merong alignment of the stars. And then, price momentum should be present. It should be at least normal or fast. Same with the trend phase niya, kailangan fast or at least normal. So last one with the MSI X tab is the Darvas system. So napakita ko kanina yung Darvas system natin, and it is connected with the IVG top 3 kasi yung entry and exits niya is based on Darvas system. Okay, so he enters either buying on the support of the Darvas box or a breakout of the DB50 or the DB top. Okay, last thing is the Darvas system. So next we move on to the MSI X1 Analysis Tab. So the MSI Analysis X1 tab is a system also that is based on our support and resistance levels. So, i-on natin yung ating support and resistance levels. Okay? So under the support and resistance levels, you will find SR buy sell. This plots the lines, okay? And the SR daily plots the TP, or which is the target price, the S as the support, and SL will be the stop loss level. And SR percent daily will plot the percentage from the price to the target price or to the support levels. Okay, so the requirement of the MSI X1 Analysis Tab, the criteria says that the trend should be on an uptrend and there should be a recent buy signal. So we have to switch on the MSI signal, and RSI should be above 50 already, and there should be a moving average trail, and there should be also a 52 weeks Fibonacci supporting the price action, and the price should be above the bounce point. So when all these criteria are met, pwede tayong pumasok sa price action na yon, and will follow what the system will tell you kung saan kayo magbebenta and kung saan kayo magsisell. So the system will tell you nasaan yung volume analysis niya, kung nasaan yung average volume. So you have here also volume versus average. So ito yung current volume, and the current volume is being compared to the average volume, which is 5 million. So it's low compared to the current volume. Support levels are set at 6790. So at this level, 6790. And resistance level set at 7162 at this level. So stop loss, we will be setting it at 6654 level. So the buying rule is you have to buy near the support level, which is 6790, and or buy on breakout at 7162 area, at this area. Okay, and the selling rule will be target price set, the first target price at 7451. So that's 7451, and the next target price will be set at 7637. 7637. Okay? So yan yung mga levels na babantayan natin. And system will also suggest your cut loss point and kung mag-hold pa ba kayo sa price levels na yon. Okay? So given na pumasok tayo dito sa area to kasi meron ng buy signal, let's say nag-bottom fish tayo, we waited until the price action is up above the support levels of 6790. So the system is suggesting to still hold kasi hindi pa naman nabe-break yung support levels natin. And yung ating stop loss area hindi pa din naman nabe-break. Okay, so every time na tumataas yung prices, this support levels also adjusted. Okay, nag-a-adjust siya along with the price action. So that's your MSI X1. Okay, so earlier we have also discussed the boss levels. So we have here the MSI X Boss. So let's just switch off the other indicators. Okay, so sa MSI X Boss naman, it would be advisable to switch it on along with the boss breakout. Okay, so para makita nyo kung nasaan ba yung mga levels ng kung saan magbe-breakout yung prices. Okay, so nakita nyo dito sa area to na try niyang i-break yung 3 months resistance niya. So sasabihin niya dito na bumili kayo sa area to. Okay, so the system is calculating na magkaroon kayo ng buy area before the breakout and after the breakout. Okay, so this part here is kung saan bibili kayo after na mag-breakout, and this part here naman is bibili kayo before na mag-breakout siya. So you will have an option to sell on breakout, or kung mag-sustain man yung price action above the breakout point, then pwede kayong mag-hold and wait for another sell or resistance area para doon kayo makapagbenta. Okay, so there is a selling suggestion and a trail stop. It's either a trail stop or a back stop. And at the same time, meron din tayong mga cut loss areas kung saan pagka yung price action is hindi na sustain above that price, we'll have to cut our losses early. Okay, so that's basically the analysis tabs that you can find in the MSI X1, and we will be having more tutorials on the next few tabs within our next videos. So again, please subscribe, like, and share this page with your friends. Thank you so much.